everybody. Nobody's on yet, but I'll wait till you guys come on. I was trying to touch this live feature where two people go live at the same time, but nobody wanted to go live with me. Everybody was busy, so I'm live by myself. This is what I'm embroidering right now. Give you guys a close-up when some more people get online in the live. Having fun in the studio today, just relaxing. I just got finished doing a big order. It's just on my shoulder. I'll tell you guys more about it when some people come on. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Make sure you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. See the machine going. This was the test out, and I didn't wait. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Watching from SA. This was a test out. I didn't wait for the test out to finish. Started doing a real product right here. I hope this test out comes out good because it doesn't matter. I started already. I changed the colors that I wanted and got it going. What's going on, Lolita? How are you? So let me give you guys a close-up of what we're doing right here. Some applique. Got some applique going on the MT. You see the stitches. See how dirty my machine is? I was just using this needle right here like crazy. See how dirty that needle is right there. Filthy. I got to clean this thing off. It's getting a lot of work though. Getting a lot of work. See how tight the stitches are though. Yeah. Yep. And this is the test out right here. It's a lot farther along than this one. I gotta tighten up my tension on that machine, but I like the way it was looking, so I just decided to go ahead and do the real thing, and here's the real thing right here. Custom order. I hope I don't mess this up because I only have one of these hoodies. See what you guys are saying. Hello, sir, from Kentucky. What's going on, Kentucky? Denise. T-Town T-shirts, how are you, man? Yes, definitely. But it can get annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It can get annoying listening to him work because I've been at it all morning since I came in the studio. I had these three machines going like crazy all morning long. I'll show you guys what I did. I just got finished doing this whole box right here full of sweatshirts. I just finished this whole box full of sweatshirts. Same sweatshirts y'all previously see me do before, but I got a reorder. It's almost like 50 sweatshirts in here, and I literally did that between yesterday evening and today. I manually cut them out. You see all my supplies right here. Manually cut them out. I think I'm gonna invest in a CO2 laser so I don't have to manually cut them out myself with scissors. I would sit right here, watch TV, manually cut the stuff out, and yeah. So, yep. So that's what I've been doing today. Uh-oh. I see something I don't like already. I'm gonna, oh no, that's gonna go over there and cover that. See that stitch right there? I'm thinking once this comes up, it's gonna go over that right there. I hope. If it doesn't, then we're in trouble. Let me see what the test did. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna cover it because I don't see it in here. Yeah. I was about to say. That's a tatami stitch. Yeah, it's annoying when you're doing it and you keep on going and going and going and going. It gets annoying. But overall, it sounded money, you know. Peace and blessings always. Phyllis Anderson from, so he was workshopping Winston-Salem, North Carolina in the building. I used to have track meets down in Winston-Salem. Love Winston-Salem. Love anywhere down south where they speak with a southern twang. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. So I want to come on here just to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've learned so far in my embroidery journey, because this is still a journey and I'm still constantly learning. What's going on, Reggie Frazier? How are you? So far, what I can tell y'all about embroidering, right, is you never stop learning. All right, so here's where it's gonna meet up. You never stop learning. It's gonna start, there you go. There you go, it's gonna fill that in now. That's what I was waiting for. All right, so yeah, you never stop learning. And even to this day, as I embroider things, I'm still getting better and better and learning different techniques and learning different things. And as good as I thought I was last year, I still wasn't as good last year as I am at this very moment. And as good as I think I am this very moment, I'm still gonna continue to get better. So I was watching a YouTube video with someone in particular that had embroidery machines, and they were giving their 2-year advice. And it had me thinking of how I was giving advice when I was a newbie in the game. And all the advice and all the things that I've been through and all the things that everybody goes through in their journey, it's all valid, especially when they're at the point that they are, right? It's a journey, right? So all the advice and all the opinions, it's all valid because those are people's experiences. But yet and still, I look back on some of the things that I used to say, and I think it still holds weight. And I knew all along that I wasn't, where I wanted to be, like as far as like my skill level. And I took that into account while I was giving out my information. Now, I say that to say there are some people that give out information saying certain things that they've experienced. And as I listen to these videos of these new people giving out their advice, while their experiences are legitimate experiences, some of the advice they're giving is not accurate information. Like, for example, I was watching a video and somebody said that the MT-1501 or the MT-1502 to be specific is not good at doing Richardson hats. And that's not true. And he's gonna learn with experience as time goes on that that's just not true, not a true statement. Now, what I will say is they probably don't come prepared for doing Richardson hats. That's why I made that video on the 3 things Ricoma doesn't tell you. And I think just lowering the presser foot alone enables your machine to handle any type of substrate. And even before I learned that technique, lowering my presser foot, I was still embroidering on Timberland boots, on the side of Timberland boots. And that's why I made that video, but I still think people don't get the message. Even when stuff is obvious, people don't see what's obvious and what's in front of their eyes. And what's obvious is, if I can embroider through a Timberland boot, if I made a video embroidering through the side of a Timberland boot, right? A Richardson hat is not as tough as a Timberland boot. So if the needle can penetrate a Timberland boot, how can it not be good at embroidering Richardson hats? It makes no sense from a material standpoint. What does make sense is that something is going wrong, and I've already made videos talking about what goes wrong when you get a needle break if you're embroidering through something that you think the machine can't embroider through. The only variable is the needle hits something that it can't penetrate. And the only thing that a needle can't penetrate is, I'll show you guys right now. This. Now, what you will observe is little scratch marks on that opening. See those little scratch marks right there? Say yes in the chat if you see the scratch marks. Give this video a thumbs up if you see the scratch marks. Give this video a thumbs up if you see the scratch marks, and comment in the chat if you see those scratch marks. Let's go to the other one. See those scratch marks on that right there? Thumbs up. Thumbs up the video if you see the scratch marks. All right, yes, you see the scratch marks. Good. Now, next time you see somebody saying that they keep getting needle breaks because, it can't embroider a simple embroidery. No, it's not that it can't embroider embroidery. It can't penetrate steel. This needle cannot pass. If it hits that side plate right there, it's gonna break. All right? So that's the only way your needle can break. I've made a video and I showed people that the machine can embroider through the side of a Timberland boot. What it can embroider through is a steel plate. No machine can embroider through a steel plate. So the variable is, when you don't do what I told you to do in the 3 things Ricoma doesn't tell you, how to lower this presser foot. If you don't lower that presser foot, what happens is, as your machine, as the needle's passing through the hat, the presser foot isn't pushing it far down enough, so it makes the needle wiggle. As it penetrates the hat, there's space inside of the hat between the hat and the foot. And if there's space between the hat and the foot as it penetrates the hat might move the needle slightly from right to left, causing it to hit this, and then your needle breaks. That's the only way you're gonna get a needle break, is if the needle shifts from left to right. It can embroider through a Timberland boot. And this is not just for Ricoma machines at all. It's for all machines. You're gonna get a needle break in all machines if that happens. Makes sense, right, Teresa? Right. So sometimes you need somebody to break it down for you in a way that you can understand, because sometimes what's right in front of your face, people don't understand and people don't get it. And they'll say, well, it doesn't embroider through Richardson hats very well, you know, and Richardson hats are a breeze if you have your presser foot lower down enough to hold the hat in place. Now, what happens when your presser foot is lowered down, because it's happening so fast, right? It's happening so fast that we can't see it. What that presser foot is think of the term presser foot. It presses down on the garment and then the needle penetrates it. That's why it's called the presser foot, because it presses. You understand what I'm saying? Give the video a thumbs up in the chat if presser foot makes sense. It's self-explanatory. Presser foot. It presses down on the garment, and after it presses down on the garment, the needle penetrates and comes back up, and then it unpresses, right? So if your presser foot is up too high, if your presser foot is not adjusted like I showed you guys how to adjust it in the 3 things Ricoma doesn't tell you, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna press the hat down all the way, right? And then the needle's gonna penetrate, and being as though the hat's not pressed down all the way, the firmness of that hat is gonna shift the needle from left to right, causing it to hit the plate, and then you get a needle break. Now, when you lower that presser foot, the presser foot puts the hat down close enough to the point where nothing is gonna cause the needle to break, because the needle's not gonna shift, all right? So, if you don't get anything more out of this live, I hope you guys understand that and share it with all your friends that are doing stuff like this, so that they can understand why they might be getting needle breaks. And like I said, it's not just for Ricoma machines, it's for every machine. I've ran Tajima machines before, getting needle breaks on hats. So it's not about Ricoma, it's about knowing how to work the machine. And in my opinion, and I said this in the 3 things Ricoma doesn't tell you video, the machine should all come with the presser foot already lowered, and that way most of these issues people are having, they wouldn't have, because the presser foot is already lowered. Maybe they're adjusting them now, I don't know, but in my opinion, it should come. Because when I lowered the presser feet on all my machines, I've never readjusted them. I just left them low, and I embroider everything with the presser foot lowered for hat, and I did it specifically for hats, and now I'm fine, you know what I mean? So anytime somebody says can't embroider, it's BS. It's BS. So far this design is coming out good. A lot of stitches in this one. This one right here is 57,227 stitches. We're only at 29,000 stitches right here. And you guys see we're running 700. I mean, we got the machine at 800 stitches per minute, but the machine is currently only going 700 stitches per minute. No way I can override that. That's just how the machine works. So we're going 700 stitches per minute right now, knocking out this design. And you got the new machine right here with the 10S panel right here, for those of you guys who want to see that live. I can stop the machine on this if you guys want me to poke around on the panel. Just let me know and I'll poke around on the panel. But you guys can see this panel right here got a lot more options on it. You got the stitch count right there, total stitches. It tells you exactly what stitch you're at. This one is almost done right here. And yep, this one's almost done. You see the design right there. It's telling you exactly where it's at. Oh yeah, we're about to be done. It tells you progress, and it also tells you the time, which is dope. That is amazing. I didn't realize that was there till right now. It tells you the hoop size, the color that you're on, what needle that you're on. And the best part about it that I said I liked before is as you change the colors, it changes live on real time. And here's your percentage right there. The speed, this is embroidering a little bit faster than the other one. Design looks great. You know, I changed the colors up a little bit on this one to match the hoodie a little bit more, but I can already tell right now that versus just because I got this on here, it's gonna look great over here. All right, change the colors up a little bit for my guy. You know what I mean? What was the time frame between the start of each hoodie? Oh, I started this and waited till pretty much almost all of this blue part inside was done. And then I said, okay, that's good enough. Let me put this one on. Yeah, so I'd say, I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, and this one is just two pieces of cutaway stabilizer. Yeah, 2 pieces of cutaway stabilizer right here. And this actually has 1 piece of cutaway stabilizer and the garment, of course. So, yeah. All right, let me see. Yep. So, you guys, to see when you got your machine tuned and you really understand how your machine works, and you understand your tension and stuff like that, which I understand even better today than I did, like I said, a few months ago, even last year. Even at Deco Summit, I learned a few new things about the machine, so I'm glad I went. But you see, like, no thread breaks, guys, no thread breaks. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't ever get thread breaks, because you do get thread breaks occasionally. But since we've been live, you know what I mean? Reggie Frazier, they know me very well down at Ricoma. I take it that means you're hitting them up for advice all the time. That's a good thing, you know? Something goes wrong, hit them up, figure it out. But still spend time with your machine and figure out how to get stuff to work yourself. Once they tell you something, just take heed. You'll know when you got somebody good, because they'll explain it, a technician, they'll explain it in a way that makes sense for you, and you'll really be able to understand it, and you'll be able to go do it yourself, and and figure things out on your own, and won't have to call them as much. So this one right here is, oh yeah, it's at 55,000. So I thought it was done. It still got a lot more to go. This is 57,000 stitches. It's at 55,000. So it's still got a little bit more to go, but it looks pretty good. I don't like this gap right here. I'm wondering what happened. I think that's because I'm on stabilizer, because if I look over here, that's by the last Y. I'm not to that point yet on this one, so we'll see what happens. I hope it doesn't give me any problems right there, but just got finished digitizing this, and I should have let this run all the way through, but I probably would have adjusted in the software if I'd have saw this before. So I'm thinking that, yeah, that's a hole in the stabilizer. Let me see. Let me show you guys. That's because I'm stitching the stabilizer, and I think, yeah, that's because it's stabilizer. That's a hole in the stabilizer right there. Can you guys see? Let me see. Let me stop it. So I can stop it right here at the stop button. Let me show you guys. So I can just hit the stop button right there, and this will stop, and then I can check it out. Yeah, that's a stabilizer. You guys can see my finger on the back of that. That's a stabilizer. So that's a hole because there's so many stitches. Yeah, because there's so many stitches, I'm getting holes in the stabilizer. You guys can see it from the side profile right here. You see the light passing through. I see the light passing through. Like right here.
Wait, right by that Y, yeah. Yeah, stabilizer is kind of holy. You can see the hole right there. It's a big hole right there.
But yep. So anyway, I'm gonna let this finish out anyway. Yeah. But this won't do that because it's an actual garment, and this garment has stretchability to it, so that won't happen. Love your work. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, LaFern. Appreciate that. Yeah, once again, you see those tight stitches. See the stitch quality right there. Don't be afraid to turn those knobs on your machine and adjust your tension and stuff like that. Now where we going? We are on needle number 7. All right. Got a little tail. All that means I need to tighten up my tension on that knob. When you get tails like that, that means you need to tighten up the tension on that knob, this knob right here. So I'm going to tighten up the tension a little bit. All right. And I'm going to trim this live. And I'm just going to blow it away. Don't do what I just did, because you will click your scissors in there and mess yourself up. Now it's going to embroider a little TM right there, which is totally not necessary, but did it anyway. And this is pretty much done. Yeah. Alright, this one is done. Little trademark logo. Little small tiny stitch. Alright. Done. That's pretty good looking. It's pretty good looking. Despite the tears and the rips and the tears and stabilizer, it looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it. Get it off. Oh yeah. With the applique joint right there, it's kind of off a little bit. Like I said, because of that stabilizer, you don't have that problem in this one at all. See that U right there where this doesn't match up right there? Right there. There's a U right here. Just fine. No problems at all in this one, so. Yeah, so. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I actually feel like I should have kept this color instead of switching these colors up like this. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think I should have kept it this color? That's kind of nice right there. Well, it's too late now because I put the light blue. It's like Charlotte Hornets colors. Thank you. I appreciate that, Teresa. I appreciate that. Took me like 3 days off and on. 3 days off and on to digitize this one. Chroma Lux. Easy. If you guys got any questions for me, now's the time. If you guys have ever hit me up on social media and DM me or email me and stuff like that, I try to answer questions in a public manner, in a public format, public setting, so that everybody can benefit from your questions. So the best way to ask me a question is to ask me right now, like when I'm live, or ask me in the comments of a video, or ask me in the comments on an Instagram post. And that's the best way for me to get to you, because I see those posts, I see those questions. I probably try to go through and answer questions all day, every day, as much as I can. But, you know, I got over 1,000 videos, so it's kind of hard to get to everybody, but I try my best. But the best way to get an answer out of me is to leave it in a public area so I can answer that question so that everybody can see what you asked and everybody can see what I answered, so that everybody can benefit from that specific question. If you want to some one-on-one, then my time, you gotta pay for that. So, and I'm gonna adjust it so I can have some more affordable stuff for some people, for everybody's budget. Because sometimes people don't want to talk to you for an hour. Might not need me for an hour. You might need me for like 25 minutes or something like that, or, you know, to solve quick problem that you're having. So I'm gonna have something available for you guys for that too. When mistakes happen like that with your embroidery, customers or what for them to say something. Well, that's why I have a test stitch. I have a test stitch so that I can avoid those mistakes to happen. I can avoid those mistakes happening. But I pretty much know what happens on fabric versus what happens on stabilizer because I test stitch my stuff out a lot. So if you notice, like you see this right here, you see this right here. Like I said, I knew that this was happening because I'm embroidering on stabilizer, right? And it's stabilizer, so this is gonna happen because it's not fabric, it's stabilizer, right? It's 2 layers of stabilizer. If this is 1 layer of stabilizer, it would go all the way through. But I test stitch on stabilizer, and I know how, like I said, I test this all my designs, especially huge pieces that are going on expensive garments, I test stitch on stabilizers. Now I know when I go to garment, you don't see any of those issues at all. Like for example, let's see right here next to this E, we got the C-H-E. All right, look right there. Okay, that's a bad example because I don't got nothing right there. But let's take this right between the N and the E. We're not there yet on this, but between the N and the E is where I got a big hole. But right here, the N and the E, it's not gonna happen because it's fabric and fabric is stretchy versus stabilizer is not stretchy. So you're gonna get a hole, right? So the mistakes that you're talking about is probably non-existent when it comes to the fabric versus the stabilizer. And you wouldn't know that unless you test stitch stuff out. Now, some people like to just digitize their stuff and go straight on a garment. That doesn't make any sense, and it's not good practice. You should always, after you digitize something, or even after you get something digitized, test stitch it out to see how it comes out in case you need any adjustments before you put it on a garment. And I always do that to all my designs. You'll see fabric laying around here, like look at this for example, right? I got stuff like this laying all over the studio. Like you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I just did a bunch of these for somebody's left chest. I test stitched it out. See the test stitch? Test stitched it out. Test stitch this out. Test stitch this out. You gotta test this stuff out. And when I test this, I do it on 2 pieces of stabilizer. I got stuff laying all around the studio with test stitches. You know what I mean? Look, these, I like this so much, I did a bunch of them, and I put some freight check on it, and I'm gonna cut these out. Test stitch this out, right? So, yeah, I advise you guys just test stitch it out, and the more and more you do this stuff, the more you're gonna know how the design acts on, like I said, stabilizer versus on actual material. What are you doing in the studio training? Are you doing studio? Yeah, I've been doing studio training. I've had people in the studio training them already. Yeah, I've been doing that for a while now. First one, thank you. Oh, you keep getting a Y error, Y-axis error. The Y-axis error is when you have a design, right? You have a design and your design is too big for the hoop that you're using. It's outside of, on the Y-axis. X-axis is up and down, and Y, I think. Yeah, X is up and down, Y is horizontal. Yeah, you're getting a Y-axis error because your design is out of the Y-axis. I think that's what that means. So it's not the machine. It's you got a big design and you got the wrong hoop. You got to select a bigger hoop so it's not out of the embroidery area, and make sure you trace. Make sure you trace so that your needle and your foot doesn't hit the side of that hoop. All right. So is that Reggie? Is that what the issue was? What did you figure out? Test on stabilizer. That's right. Irv. And Phyllis, can you put more stabilizer on the back of the? All right, and back stitch. Yes, you can do that, but something that would make more sense than that is just get an old sweatshirt, or get some sweatshirt material, or get a sweatshirt that you messed up on, and just embroider that like it was the garment, right? So all that will work, possibly, but it's still stabilizer, and stabilizer is still not going to act like the garment is going to act. So there's no other way, there's no better way to test out a garment than to get the actual garment fabric with a piece of stabilizer and test it out on that. If that's your concern, Phyllis, I hope that helps. Just, I know I got sweatshirts that I messed up on, and I know exactly where they're at. They're under the sink. Watch this. Watch this. No other way to test out a garment than to get some old beat up. Look, there's a sweatshirt right there. Right? Sweatshirt right there that I messed up. I can use that. I got another sweatshirt. I got a whole, not a whole bunch, but I got a few of them over here that I can test out. This one, I think this one is messed up too. I don't know why. I think that one is messed up too. I can test something out on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep your messed up stuff and just test stitch on that. You know, test stitch on that, as opposed to throwing stuff away. Oh, I can't go back here because I got bad reception back here. It's my DTFs for that. Oh yeah, and I've been meaning to make a video on this. This is up and running. I'm gonna do a cleaning on it right now. So order your DTFs. If you guys want some DTFs, AlanAWade.com, AlanAWade.com for your DTFs. Appreciate it. Appreciate the business. Questions. Come on, keep them coming. Can you share what the in-studio training costs? The in-studio training, if you're coming here to my studio, $300. $300 for 1 hour. 1 hour of training. If you want to spend a day with me, it's a little bit more. Yeah. I can share whatever you guys want to know. And the reason being is because, okay, let me answer that. Did you ever? No, there is no chenille attachment for the machine. You have to, the chenille machine is actually a whole separate machine within itself. You can't add a chenille attachment on the 1501 or the 2010S. You can't add that chenille attachment. You have to have a whole separate machine to do chenille. You can't add that on a machine, unfortunately. So that is actually applique. And applique, I embroidered down and digitizing. I embroidered a placement stitch to tell me where to put the fabric at, and then I embroidered a tack down stitch. It held the fabric down, and then the machine stopped again, and I clipped it, and then I embroidered. As you guys can see on the floor, let me show you guys my floor. Here's a piece right here that I cut off, and here's the other part of the U right here, and here's the other one for the test stitch out. That's my U right there. All right, so you guys can see. Hold on. So you guys can see. If I put it back together, you guys can see the U. I think this was like this, right there. Y'all see that U? Yeah, there you go. And so there you go. That's my applique right there. Something like that. Yeah, that's my U. That's my applique right there. Cut it out manually with my scissors. Probably on the floor somewhere. It's a mess in here. It's a mess in here because I'm working, but there's my applique right there. Bam, manual. And my fabric, I went to Joann's this morning. Went to Joann Fabric this morning. There's the fabric right there. And there's a fabric for the orange hoodies right there. Right there. Fabric, scrap, all that I cut. Yeah. Seeing all of it live in person. They don't show, other content creators don't show you all that. They want to be beautiful. Let me show y'all something that's going to teach y'all. All right, so back to the other question. Okay, yeah, so back to the training video, training information. So yeah, so I in the studio, I not only make YouTube videos so people can benefit from, but I also embroider a lot of stuff. I make a lot of DTFs, and I make a nice amount of money doing it, guys. So if you are going to have somebody come into the studio, that takes away from your normal day-to-day activity. That takes away from me making a YouTube video to benefit you guys. That takes away from me making a YouTube video to benefit myself because I monetize on YouTube. And that also takes away from production, for whether I'm doing custom pieces or I'm fulfilling a school order. It takes away from all of that. So I have to charge accordingly for my time because my time is worth money, because training somebody takes time. I got to answer questions. I got to show them. They're going to bring in their embroidery material and I'm going to help them embroider. I'm going to run through tensioning. And when I'm doing all that, it takes away from my day. So I have to charge accordingly. All right. So that's why the prices are the way they are, to reflect what I'm going to be missing out on that specific day. How much does the machine make? $16,500 financed. $16,500 for a single needle. Finance. I'll use your Ricoma affiliate link and have a call today with a rep. I'll be sure to tell him my referral source. I appreciate that, Nicole. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Definitely have an account for you. Definitely, yeah, you definitely got to account for your time. What's your basic size for stitching hats on the front? I would say the basic size for stitching hats on front. You can't go wrong if you don't go above 2.3 inches. 2.3 inches, don't go higher than. Anything higher than that, unless you got a tall hat, it's just not, this is gonna be weird. 2.3 inches tall for hats. You can go as wide as you want, but tall wise, 2.3 inches, not 2.5. Some people say 2.5, 2.3 inches tall. That's it. Anything taller than that, you're gonna have possibly issues. And that's for all machines. The stuff that I tell you guys is not just for the machines that I use, it's for all machines, all right? Sun's going down. Okay. What's the basic size for stitching hats? Definitely. Down for your time. Appreciate that. Yeah, so. Do you still use your DTG printers? Yes, but not right now. The DTGs are both asleep right now. I'll show them to you. Both of them are asleep. There's one, there's the other one. And they're both off right now because it's winter time. And the DTG machines work best when it's warm. And it's winter time and getting cold here. And I don't want to deal with any clogging issues or anything like that. So I just put cleaning solution in all the lines and turned them off. And I wet capped them. So DTGs are asleep for the wintertime. I don't want to deal with it because I got a DTF. I can still do full graphics with DTFs. I'll turn them back. I'm tempted to turn one on right now and use it because one of them has all these nice eagle designs on them. And I don't have the eagle designs on flash drive, so I can't print them out on my DTF. But they have some dope eagles designs on that one RI 1000. I'm tempted to turn it back on, but I mean, it's not that serious. So yeah, no, I'm not using the RI 1000 DTG printers right now. But next year, next summer, I probably will. Can you make consistent small designs with the SE600? Thanks. Will, can you please elaborate on what you mean by that? Can I make consistent small designs with the Brother SE600? Yeah, I mean, if you're asking, let me know if I'm answering this question, Will, because I wanna answer your question, right? Will New Love 1. Yes, if you have a Brother SE600, you can make small designs back to back to back to back to back to back on your Brother SE600. Yes, you can do that. If that's not the question that you're asking, if you're asking me, can I create small designs consistently with my SE600? Is that what you're asking? If so, I've already done that. I did it like for like 2 years straight. I have over 100 videos on the Brother SE600 on this channel. And I have over 200 designs that you can choose from on AlanAwade.com that you can purchase. Over 200 designs, small designs that you can stitch out on the Brother SE600 on AlanAwade.com that you can purchase. You can purchase a flash drive if you want to. There's preloaded. So yeah. Irv McCoy, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. Irv is one of my great customers, man. He's got this dope bike shop. I appreciate you, Irv. Appreciate you a lot. Are you coming to Printing United in GA this month? Okay, so I said I was gonna come to Printing United, then I changed my mind, but I think I'm changing my mind again, and I think I might come to Printing United. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys are coming to Printing United. What does it mean when it keeps saying error E16? I don't know what that means, but main shaft on your, I'm not sure. Yeah, you don't have a Ricoma machine, but main shaft, I think that means that you might have to, there's a knob, I think there's, on your machine, it might be the same as the EM1010. There's a knob on the back, and you got to put that at 100. You got to put that number on 100. Yeah, that's off. So you got to put that on 100. And that's kind of like, it's kind of similar to a no needle error, but something's off, is not aligned, and you got to put that on 100. I think that's what the main shaft is. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. When stuff like that happens to me, I know exactly what to do. But so say, for example, this machine right here, a no needle error will mean this right here is at 0. It's not registering a needle. And all that is the needle is not above the pinhole. So all you got to do is turn this right here, and that'll move it a little bit. And as you're turning it, you'll see needle number 1 or needle number 2 appears right there. And then that solved that problem. Now with the main shaft, if I got a main shaft error, that just means this right here is not at 100. You can't see it right now, but right in here, it's supposed to be at 100, like when it stopped. So what you would do is you would get the wrenches, like these wrenches right here, you get the big one, and then you stick it in this one right here, and then you'd adjust it until there's a little arrow and it goes to 100. There's an arrow right there. You can't see it, but see that arrow right there? It has to be matched up at a 100, and when that'll fix it. All right, so that's those issues. Please come. I want to meet you. All right, Kelly. I'm gonna price some hotel rooms this evening and see if I can find anything. The airline, the flights are already not that expensive, so yeah, I'm gonna price some hotel rooms, and if I can find something reasonable near the venue, then I'm gonna come. All right, so look at this, guys. All right, see that? That hole is non-existent. Why? Because it's a garment. It's on a garment, so it's non-existent. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking real good. You know what I mean? Only reason, see that? Covering up all my stitches right there. Nice and good, nice and good. All right, coming along good. And right now, as I'm on live, I'm actually supposed to do one more design for this guy, but it's a DTF that's going on this hoodie right here. Real big DTF that's going on this hoodie right here. I'm supposed to be designing it right now and doing it, but I'll design it and do it before I get out of here, so he can come pick his stuff up tomorrow, because he already paid for his stuff. But I just wanted to go live and talk to you guys. Have you tried the new DTV from Caesar? No, I have not tried. I haven't tried it yet. They didn't send me any. I'll look it up and see what it's about, and if I like it, I'll contact Patrick and see if he sends me some. Is that the is that the HTV that you can do DTF on, or you can print on and then cut it? Did most of your business come from your YouTube channel marketing? No. So most of my business is from schools. Most of my business is from schools. Like most of the big money business is from schools. Schools are not on my YouTube channel. Schools are not on my social media. A lot of my business did come from YouTube specifically, but you don't need to have a large platform to get business, but you do need to be on social media advertising your business. and your social media is the equivalent of what a billboard used to be back in the day, or what paid advertisements was back in the day. Your biggest, you gotta just advertise for yourself. So I did a whole presentation on this. Make some stuff and take them to some people that you want to do their stuff. Take it to some schools. You know, like that WP design, I got that because I made some stuff from my high school, and then I made some stuff from my rival's high school, and I posted it on my Instagram, not my YouTube. Actually, most of my work comes from Instagram, and I only got 5,000 followers on Instagram. Most people see my Instagram. The people on YouTube are people like yourselves that are in the business, that want to learn how to work their machines and want to get more proficient in their business, and it's not business, right? The people on Instagram are there for entertainment, but while seeing that entertainment, they might see something that they want and they might patronize, right? But people on YouTube are generally looking something up. Right or wrong, in the comments, people come to YouTube to look up a problem that they're having to figure out how to solve that problem. They go on Google when they're looking for an embroidery shop or a DTF. You go on Google for that, right? You don't necessarily go on YouTube looking for a custom apparel decorator. You go on YouTube looking for how to do something. So when you're posting different places, post with a purpose. Post for a reason, right? So try to figure out what it is that you want to do and try to logically figure out the best way to do it, the most effective way to do it. So if you're looking for business, look for business. Go places where people are looking for business, in other words. Go places where people are looking to find that service. It's kind of obvious, but sometimes you need to hear it. It's easier to hear somebody else say it, and then it makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Earth says, very good information, very smart. Thank you. YouTube is how-tos, right? Exactly. YouTube is how-tos. They're trying to figure something out. They're trying to get some ideas for their business. It's not necessarily where can I get some DTFs. But not to say that I don't get any business from people that are on YouTube, but most of my business is from off of YouTube. Most of my business is word of mouth. Most of my business is people recommending me because of other business that I've done, So I'll get a lot of business from friends. Facebook, I sell a lot of stuff off of Facebook. My personal Facebook page. I post some embroidery stuff on my personal Facebook page, and I get a lot of people, DM me, can I get one of those? And next, I'm making a bunch of them, so. I say that to say, even if I didn't have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I would still get business. So you guys have no excuse, So don't make an excuse for yourself. Don't say, well, I'm not you. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, so I can't get business. That's an excuse. You're making an excuse for yourself. Don't psych yourself out, because most of the times in business, we talk ourselves out of it. When the reality is, things are not as complicated as you think they are. You make it complicated. You know what I mean? So stop making stuff complicated. Stop making excuses why you can't get business. The reason why you can't get business is because you're just not trying. So stop being lazy and go get some business. I'm very upfront. I'm very frank. I'm very to the point. You're not going to get any, don't worry. No. The reason why you're not getting any business, look, I just lost somebody. The reason why you're not getting any business is because you're not trying hard enough. It is what it is. This is how simple it is to get business. Right? Find a store. Go get up off your couch. Get up from out of, because people are real comfortable in the house on the computer watching videos. There's a whole world out there. Go outside, go to your favorite shopping center that you spend all your money at, look into businesses, go inside the business, talk to somebody. Who does your shirt? Not like this, but excuse me, who does your uniforms? Is the manager available? Or how about, do you mind if I do embroidery. Do you mind if I take a picture of your logo? Snap a picture with your phone, digitize it, go get it digitized. Bring them back a sample. Hey, I did this, so I just wanted to drop it off to the manager. You know, I know you guys probably have somebody that does your embroidery stuff already, but you know, if you guys ever need somebody, if you're ever in a crunch or something like that and you need some stuff done as soon as possible, I'll get it to you the next day. Drop it off. Do that a bunch of times. You're gonna get some business. And if you don't get the business for that store, the person's gonna take your contact, and then they're gonna need something done for their son's soccer team, or their son's baseball team, or their son's football team, or their daughter's cheerleading team, or their daughter's basketball team. Or they're gonna need something done for their organization or their business that they're starting. The reason why you're not getting any business is because you're making excuses for yourself. So stop making excuses and just go do it. Speaking of DTF, is the heater on the powder shaker oven in Celsius and Fahrenheit? Have you found a perfect temp that cures perfectly and not burn? I think it's a Celsius. I'm not sure. I mean, I can go look. I can't turn it on right now, but I can go look. But yeah, I can't turn it on. I think I have mine at about 120 or 140, and I run it continuously. Both of them, I let run continuously. Like, I can press print. Like, I only do the Prestige A3 Plus R. Kind of acts funny when you send more than 20 images to print at a time. And I've done more. I've done 40, but it's been acting weird lately. But I send 20 at a time, or like 10 at a time, and then I'll go back. But what I'm saying is I can let it print consistently and not have to worry about anything burning. You shouldn't turn your heater up too high. You should definitely use it on automatic mode. Let me show you guys what I mean, because I got two different. See, when I go back there, I lose reception, so I can't really go back there. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. All right, it's a mess back here. So this specific heater right here, right? This specific heater has a sensor that's on this side, on the back side of it. What happens is as this thing prints, it makes a loop. As it makes a loop, the sensor senses that there's film in front of it, and then that cuts on the heater and it cuts on the roller that's right down in here. The sensor senses the film, it turns on the heater and the roller, and it slowly starts rolling it up. Then when the film gets rolled up past this point where the sensor can sense it, it stops right in there. All right, so that's the automatic system. And when it gets long enough, you tape it to there, and then it starts rolling up, and it happens all over again. So you never have to worry about, is it gonna burn once you get your temperature. I think mine is like about 120 or 140 between there, and I just let it go. I don't ever touch it. I put it on automatic mode, and I just let it go, set it and forget it. I don't touch it. So when I made the videos, it's just like anything else. When I started making the videos, I said, hey, this unit is not set it and forget it. That was because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. It's definitely set it and forget it. It is set it and forget it. Even the company will tell you that it's not set it and forget it, but it is 100% set it and forget it. Once you're printing, you don't have to worry about it. It just goes. Now this heater is a little bit different. This heater is a little bit different than that heater because the sensor on this one is in the middle. The sensor's in the middle. So when it makes a loop in the middle, it does the same effect. It'll turn on the heater and it'll turn on the roller over here and turn on this roller, and then it'll start coming through real slow and it'll cure, right? Then it stops. When the film is shorter, it doesn't hit the sensor anymore. It stops. The heater goes down. It doesn't go off. It goes down, and the roller stops. Set it and forget it. Both of them. All right? So that's how both of those work. And as you guys can see, they ain't stopped once the whole time. When you got it tuned up, when you got it running right, when you get some experience, all of my machines run like that. Even as of a month ago, they would always run like this, But since I went to Deco Summit and learned one more thing, I forgot what that was. But I said it in the Deco Summit recap video. You guys can go to that Deco Summit. Oh yeah. On this machine in particular, I had this threaded up wrong the whole time I had it. This one and this one, because this one's the same. It's the same face. I had this threaded up the whole time. Let me tell you what I was doing. I told you guys in the last video. Come from here through the disc. You got to go around here, loop it once time, loop, then go down. I was only going like this and then down. You got to loop twice around here too. I didn't know that. If I didn't go to Deco Summit this year, I wouldn't have figured that out. And now that I figured that out, these two machines are running better than they were running before. And they were already running good, but I had to tighten the tension a whole lot because I was missing the whole tension in the middle. So that just goes to show you, you're always learning something with these machines. All right. I've been doing a lot of football clubs here in Miami. Yep. Need to figure out how to set the automatic. You just got to put it in auto mode. Like, it depends on which heater you have. If you have the one like I have with the touchscreen, it's a toggle on the touchscreen between auto and manual. If you have the other one with the switches on the side, you just turn it on, and it's automatically, the sensor's automatically on. There's no like auto or manual on that one. You just turn everything on. As long as the heat is set to the right temperature, which is about 120, 125, then you'll be fine. All right, I think we are done. Oh no, it's doing a TM logo and then we're done. So let's check this out. Guys, I've been on here for almost an hour. I think we're good, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's check it out. Got a little puffy effect. Got a little puffy effect with that. I like the colors. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, could be better. Got that TM on there, white. And we are finished. Not one thread break. I think right before I got on live, I had changed the bobbin. Let's see where our bobbin is at right now. Let's see our bobbin. Wow, our bobbin was just about to run out. Our bobbin was just about to run out. That was the only way it was gonna stop. The bobbin is just about to run out, but it used a lot of bobbin. So yeah. All right, here you have it. Let me take it out so we can check it out. I think I want to do one more thing to this. Damn, it's locked in there tight. Sheesh. Bro, really? Hold on. This is crazy. That's a first. Hold on. Let me prop you guys up for a second. Jesus Christ. What is going... Hold on. Oh my God, that was crazy. Sheesh. All right, let's check him out. Let's check him out. Bam. How we looking? How we looking, y'all? Yeah, the felt is applique, Stephanie. I showed that earlier. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, T-Town T-shirts. So, that means a lot coming from you, man, because I know you do some good stuff. Yeah, so it's a hoodie right here. Applique. Looks good. And I'll tell you one thing. And this I'm proud to say this, right? This guy is going to Cheyney's homecoming. And I promise you, this is going to be better than anything available in the bookstore at Cheyney University. I promise you that. And there's a whole nother avenue for that right there. I did one for Lincoln University, and the design I did for Lincoln University, the person that goes to their homecoming, that's going to be better than anything that's in the bookstore. And it got the embroidery on sleeves. Y'all saw that video a couple videos ago, right, where I cut the sleeves open. And I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys another video why I cut the sleeves open, because a lot of people are saying that you didn't have to cut the sleeves open. You don't, and I probably could have gotten away from it, to be honest. But I just didn't want any problems, because these sleeves are a little bit wide. But I didn't want any problems, and I wanted to make a video showing you guys why it's really important to know how to sew, especially on a Brother SE600, because those are the machines that I told you guys to start off with if you're embroidering, right? And that's what I started off with. But it doesn't matter what size your sleeve is or how tight the sleeve is. You can open it up. You can embroider anything all the way up and all the way down the sleeve You cannot go all the way up and all the way down the sleeve if you have the sleeve hoop. If you don't open up the sleeve, you can't do it because the machine. What happens? I'm gonna make a video on this. What happens is when you put the sleeve hoop on, right? When you put the sleeve hoop on, if it's all the way out, and most people are gonna put the sleeve hoop on with the sleeve part here, but people were telling me no, do it with the neck part here, and that's the safe way to do it. That's the smart way to do it. But if you're going all the way down, up and down the sleeve, your machine can't move all the way back to get up and down the machine. And even if it could, when it gets to this part right here, the small part, because remember the sleeve goes in, it's tapered in. Your machine still needs to move left and right to embroider on that sleeve. Listen, I tried it before on the 4.2 by the long sleeve hoop, and you just can't do it. It loses registration. You can't do it. And I even went as far as to say it's obvious that you can't do it because there's not a bunch of videos on YouTube showing the people using the 4.25 by 16-inch sleeve hoop, and that's the long one, which is right here. I think I got it on the table. No, I put it back over here. Where is it? I had all of them out. Where'd I put them? Shoot. I don't see them over here. Where'd I put them? Case of the missing hoops. Oh, here they go. Okay. All right. So these are sleeve hoops. These are the ones that most people get. The 4.25 by 13, right? But the first one I got, it's the one you guys saw me unbox, was this one. The machine cannot, it's like, it's really, really long, right? So it's like it really can't move back and forth that whole time. And what happens is the front of the machine starts slouching down because the weight of the weight of the garment, or even if you go in the opposite way, it just loses registration, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. It loses. I'm gonna try it again because I might be wrong, and I have no, because I did do it when I used that and I tried it. It was when I was still new. So I haven't tried it again since I'm more experienced now. So I might be wrong. So maybe I'll make a new video. I'll definitely make a new video showing, and I'll definitely make a video, if I was wrong, to show you guys again. But even still, there are some sleeves that are tapered that if you want to embroider on, such as varsity jackets, you have to open it up. If you want to embroider on a varsity jacket properly, you have to open it up, like up and down the sleeve. What's up, the body, Vanessa? Wow, it looks amazing. Love it. Thank you. How do you get your design closer to the brim on hats? Move the hat on the machine and it gets stuck. You just have to play around with the machine. You could use the Gen 2 hat hoop. I don't use them per se. I got a bunch of them, but I don't really use them. You could use it. Here's the Gen 2 hat attachment right here for putting the other part on, but I just use the standard hoops and I get pretty close. You just gotta know how to do it. Like, there's no way that I can physically tell you how to do it, because a lot of this stuff is show you, right? And a lot of stuff is showing, and there's no real way to tell you how to do it. You gotta, here's the other part. I got every contraption for these devices. Here's the other part of the Gen 2, and I got 2 of them. I got another one right here somewhere. Yeah, because I got 2 of these. So, and I don't even use them. And y'all know that this along with that, that's a $700 piece right here. But I just use a standard hoop for hats, and I'm fine. But Romero Threads, shout out to Romero Threads. He uses the Gen 2, and they work fine for him, and he gets close as heck to the brim. Oh, here's the other Gen 2 right here. The other part of the other Gen 2 right here. There's the other one. So yeah, I got 2 of these. And the other thing, I don't remember. But it's all so I can get experience with the stuff and show you guys how to use it, learn the proper ways how to use it, and the do's and don'ts and the can and can'ts. That's why I get this stuff. So it's not a little waste for me if you guys are thinking that. How do you get your design? Okay, I thought you would have used the serger but I'm sure you want to show the basics. Yeah, you could use a serger. The problem with using the serger is because the serger serges it together, and as the serger serges it together, it cuts. It cuts the fabric. So I'm starting off with a sleeve that was already embroidered. I mean, already sewn the way it was. So I don't want to cut any of that fabric that was existing there. So I just put the same type of stitch and locked it in. Once you use that zigzag type of, it's like a zigzag basting kind of thing. I don't know the proper name of the stitch, but I basically put the same stitch back that was in the machine. And yeah, if somebody was saying I didn't do a back stitch, I did go ahead and I did click my machine and put it on a straight stitch, and I reinforced those zigzags type stitches, because a normal zigzag stitch would give you a back stitch and lock it in, but for some reason on this specific machine, that specific stitch wasn't giving me a go backwards function. And Vanessa, the Body Designs, knows how to sew really, really well, so she would be able to somebody that can come help me figure that out. And she's in Philly, I know that. All right, so what up, fella? See you next week in Atlanta. Patrick, Patrick Ali from Caesar, what's going on, man? Patrick, somebody asked me if I use that DTV that you guys got, that Caesar DTV. I gotta tell Heat Transfer House to send me some. Lift up the blade. Oh, is that something you want me to do, Teresa? I'm not. You can move the knife so that it doesn't cut. I'm not sure what we're talking about with moving a knife. But guys, I just wanted you guys to see me embroider this out. And see the Ricoma MT-1501 in action. I'll go live with you guys. I've been embroidering all day today, and I'm about to get out of the studio and call it a day. Actually, no, I still got to do one more thing. I got to make that design, the DTF design, and embroider it out. I mean, and DTF it on that shirt for the guy. And I want to get that done today so I can come in tomorrow fresh and not have anything to worry about. So I'll probably do that before I leave here. Or not. Or I might just do it tonight and, you know, print it out tomorrow morning and just get it done for the guy. But, yo, this thing came out good. Look, guys. And this is a 2XL Gildan. Let's see. Yeah, 2XL. Right. What you talking about? Stop playing. Stop playing. I might hit him off with a sleeve tomorrow. Alumni or something like that. Man, listen. Stop playing. Where'd you get that from? Did you get that from the bookstore? No, I didn't. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. He gonna be like, yo, where you get that one from? Ching. Got it from my boy A-Dubb. And that's how it starts. Next thing you know, the bookstore's like, hey man, I saw Joey had on that sweatshirt, man. Yeah, so we're looking for some new merchandise to put in the bookstore. That's how it starts. Next thing you know, I got to do 100 of these. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. So if you're not getting business because you're not trying. So guys, you're not putting yourself out there enough. I'm going to post this on Instagram. I'm going to post this on Facebook. And go, for those of you guys not following me on Instagram, go to Instagram, A-Dubb Productions, follow me there. And just check out the comments. I'm going to post it on Instagram, and let's see what happens. Let's see if somebody says, oh my gosh, you like this? I know they are for a fact on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, because that's where all my Cheyney people are. But, you know, on Instagram, people typically, you know, some of them follow me there too. So just go over to my Instagram page, follow me on Instagram. And when I post this, let's see what happens in the comments. And that'll be proof that, you know, all you got to do is post, guys. All right. So, yeah. Patrick, I tested it out and first time today, and the craft paper stuck to the print. Okay. Patrick might have dipped out of here. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for joining me for this live. I had fun. Did a great job. New touch panel. Tell me what you guys think about that. I'll make some more videos on that if you want me to. So yeah, use my Ricoma affiliate link if you're in the market to purchase one of these embroidery machines, guys. Use my Ricoma affiliate link if you want to get the new EM1010, which is actually the Ricoma Creator machine. And yeah, use my Ricoma affiliate link down in the description below. And thank you so much. Talk to you guys later. Peace. I'm out of here.